Hey, yo, I thought we were tuning into Streamer University. No, this is not Streamer University. We should be in that category. It is what it is. Hey, yo, it's your boy Rumboyz Robbie. I'm out here letting y'all know Rumboyz After Dark. We're lit. Friday night. This is how we do it. It's Friday night, and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side. Ayo, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, motherfucker, like 8 p.m. Central. Every Friday, we got it going down for y'all. You already know what it is. It's the Rumboyz After Dark show here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network for all of your fantasy sports needs. I say that intentionally. Probably about to start cracking this bitch open to all sports all over again like I used to. Just gonna throw it out there. Like, that's like a real realm of possibilities. That's within a real realm of possibilities. We're talking gambling. We're talking fantasy football. We're talking pick'ems. We're mainly talking fantasy fucking football. But we're going to throw in some other shit during the all season as well. With that being stated, ladies and gentlemen, I came here for the ills and for the fucking thrills. But before we get into the ills and the thrills, I gotta make sure that we pay. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Can you pay my $100 bills? I make sure you pay the bills. You see what's swinging on my neck. Y'all seen it in golf vlogs. Y'all know I'm repping the Commanders. If you see my other chain, you know I'm repping the Dodgers. Get like me. Ice yourself out. Got GLD's a sponsor. Hey, yo, take them to the yacht. Show them what the fuck we got. Uno minuto, por favor. See? Oh, shit. I don't even have the yacht promo up in this joint, do I? I don't. We're going to act like that just did not happen. We're going to get right into the cast. We're going to get right into the crew. But I thought I had the commercial. I did not. Not on this StreamYard. We're switching over StreamYard. It's a different aesthetic. It's a different thing. He knew. Ladies and gentlemen, the Shop GLD link is down below. I stuff out. You already know. I would like to welcome onto the show, up to the stage, ready to bring that rage. Oh, I'm sure when we talk about what we got to talk about, he's going to bring some rage. Because Kansas City felt this fucking certain way. Drop the mic FF.
What it do? What is going on? I do not know why I'm fuzzy because that's weird. There we go.
I'm good. I'm outside. I'm ready.
You notice something? You notice something different?
You cleaned up a little bit, I think.
It's gone.
It's gone. Like, I cleaned up too, but like mine is starting to grow back in. So like I can't even brag.
Oh no. This fuzz is only 2 days. It's yeah.
Yeah, I can't be on no shit right now. I can't talk no shit, but hey, shout out to you being clean shaven. I love it. I appreciate it.
No,
brother.
I don't. Let's get it rolling.
You ready to talk some sports?
You know what topic I want to start with because I'm the one that created the damn graphic. Let's go.
Well, we technically cannot talk about anything until we have to do a ceremony toast. This is the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
I know.
Hey, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out You already know what it's about. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the wrong boys and girls what to do. Dilly dilly. I already had a lot at the country club before this show, so let's go. Now I'm ready. Mike,
Yes, sir.
I don't want to directly get into the fantasy football talk quite yet. So I do want to indulge in the NFL side of things. The league as a whole. We know how this thing goes. We have our league meetings during the off season. What rule changes may happen? What players are all to do? What? We're going to talk about more about that throughout the show. But my good friend, how do you feel about the whole tush push shit that has now happened? I couldn't go refill a fish tank because it's making way too much noise. But I want to know how you feel about the tush push. I also want to know about how you feel about the teams
I got
against that tush push. You were involved in it.
Okay, so mine and your team voted against the tush push. 9 teams voted against the tush push. Okay? 8 of those 9 teams, 8 of the 9 teams that voted for to not eliminate it. There were 9 teams that voted not to eliminate it. Only one of those teams plays the Eagles this year, which means everyone but one opponent voted against it. I find that kind of funny. Of course, everyone in the East voted against it. The Dallas Cowboys, the Giants, the Commanders. The Chiefs play them. They voted against it. The only team that plays them this year that voted to keep the tush push was the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell and them. That doesn't surprise me. I'm just going to say
that doesn't surprise me because it's them.
No, exactly.
They are an organization that's going to value the utmost level of competition, irregardless of.
But here's my opinion, and I'm going to keep it nice, sweet, and short. Suck it up, Buttercup. Stop it. If you can't,
you're a Chiefs fan. You're wait. You knew this was coming when we made the graphic. You knew this was coming.
You're a Commanders fan.
I am. I don't think that particular play affected me as much as it does you.
I disagree.
Because you were able to replicate it.
No, you guys couldn't stop it
so much. I'm going to say this. Seeing your team's name on the list of we should ban it after you've been profitable off of it was wild work.
We have not been. We haven't
done
it.
Josh Allen should have been in that game, not you.
We're not running it because Mahomes is freaking brittle. But you guys couldn't stop it, and then had so many false starts.
You did run it against Buffalo.
Remember how many defensive penalties you had in a row that had a false?
Hear me out. Hear me out. Yes, Frankie Louvo fucking hates this. Nigga, we've seen the memes. Have you seen the memes? I've seen the memes.
Yes.
I've seen the Frankie Louvo tush push memes. He's gotten the biggest brunt of it all. He does want it gone. I'm not talking for Frankie. Frankie, if you want to sit down and talk about anything, not just the tush push, we can do that. If you want to talk about just that, we can. What I am saying is more people than what I realized. We all know. I am on the side of you. If you can't stop it, what the fuck are we having a conversation for? figure out a way to stop it. I'm on that side. I don't want anything misconstrued. What I will say is that I do understand the other side. You're basically running a scrum.
Yeah, I get it, but
I get that argument. I get the player safety argument.
you froze. Solo Mikey. All right. Hey, Leafs, I am watching the Edmonton Dallas game right now. Screw McDavid. I don't want them. I don't like either one of these teams. Aiden, give you some life advice. Stop being a Jaguars fan. Joking all aside, some life advice. Money don't grow on trees.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know what just happened with my laptop, but it just dropped signal.
Oh,
What I'm trying to convey is I don't think that with the tush push, there's enough evidence, one, to be able to compile to ban it. Two, I think there is a justification on the other side as to why it could be banned. Do I agree with that justification? Fuck no. Because if you can't stop it, why are we having this conversation? I think that when we bring up the objective of player safety, now we got to have a different talk. Now we have, okay, well, if more injuries than are not supposed to happen are happening on this play, and if science can produce an evidence that proves that something happens on this play, which is, I think that a lot of teams are trying to lay their loyals on, and I don't think that that was a proper stance. I think it's a proper stance when it fits. When it's not so sure of how many concussions are happening, how many ACLs, MCLs, PCLs. If we don't have cognitive research on what is happening on these plays, we did this with the kickoff. The kickoff made sense. If your argument is player safety, you need compiled data. Your argument was player safety with the kickoff. You won that because the data was so over-riddling to where it could not be denied. I do not think that we are there yet with the tush push. Do I think that next year, this upcoming year, we could see a way where it gets phased out? Yes. I don't think this conversation is done. If you're going to push forward, the defense should be able to. There are a lot of discussions. This isn't as simple as if you can't stop it, then it shouldn't be done. That is a valid defense. It is not the end of the argument.
No, the only reason I bring that up is the fact that only one of their opponents voted against it. And I think that's
Hold
part.
on. Let me figure out a way that I can hear you. Go ahead, Charles Hawk.
Yo, yo, yo. I think the reason I brought that up is I think that's what a lot of people, I think there are teams that's the reason they voted no. Yes, there are those other elements to it, and I completely understand your point, and I do think it's going to get brought up next year. And the funny thing that I want to see is, do the teams that voted against it and voted for it, on both sides of the equation, do they change a little bit next year to where teams that voted for it this year or voted to keep it, that don't play them this year but play them next year, does that change? Does that change their vote? I'm interested to see if things like that change their perception too, other than all the other stuff.
I think that this is a very valid football debate.
Oh yeah,
because we're talking about a play that doesn't just intersect the pros. It doesn't just intersect the NFL. This is a play that also intersects collegiate level. That intersects high school.
Further.
That intersects Pop Warner.
My nephew, who's 13, when he was
I'm about to put my son in flag football. He's not playing tackle yet. He's 4.
Yeah, he's young.
But I'm going to be coaching that team.
No, but here's the thing.
Me.
Yeah, but you can't do that in flag.
Me knowing the rules of flag, there's actually not a rule that says that I can't just put my son at quarterback and I can't just be like, go. There's no rule in Pop Warner flag. And if I'm trying to coach these kids for the future, and if this is a rule that's going to be embedded in the future, there's no rule that's stopping me from doing this, Mike. Because you got to realize the way that we coach the game, even at a collegiate level, even at a high school level, and even at these plays get passed out. If you tell me as a coach I can do this, and if I have a kid, if I have 2 kids, if I have a nasty ass fucking center, my pitcher played center in Little League. My pitcher at 12 years old was fucking laying 58 down the line on smoke. So if he's popping fucking smoke 58 down the line as a youngin', do you know what he's doing to kids when he's charging off the line at center? Post snap, he's bullying these little niggas. He is fucking them up 6 different ways till Sunday. So this ruling in the does go down to football. If we're gonna talk football, then Mike.
No, I mean I told you my nephew, he was 11 when this happened. It was 2 years ago. He was 11 playing tackle. They got down to the 2-yard line. I was standing right behind the bench, and they yelled into the quarterback, Philly. That was the play call.
Philly. Let's go. Link up. Brr. Like
the play call was Philly. The tight end lined up at fullback. The running back lined up behind him. Quarterback grabbed the ball, and they went.
So, one, given what you just said, I agree with the ruling. My team ruled against it.
Yeah, so did mine.
Of course. It's for
The whole East did. The whole East did. Yeah.
It's a divisional thing. That to me, that argument making a defense for anyone in the NFC East pushing against, I don't think that we should be having that conversation. The other teams, are they scared or not? And as an analyst, are you still on the if you can't stop it? Because there has been compiling evidence as to why it should be banned. Like, we're not going to be blind. We're not going to act like this isn't a brotherly play. We're not going to act like this isn't a, like, well, the defensive line should be able to push back as well. You should just be able to go, hey, and, okay, well, I should get some type of clarification as to what's happening as well. Scientifically, when we get down to the scientific fact of what the play is, you're now gaining momentum before I can gain momentum. Physics-wise, this now becomes a fucking big debate. Are after everything, like, are you with this or not? Like, I really need to know. I mean, your team benefited. You beat Buffalo.
I think it should be legal.
I'm going to piss a lot of people off. I'm keeping it legal.
No, I am too.
I'm pissing off Commanders fans. I'm pissing off the whole NFL. It's not a bad play. I don't think that we're really at Philly has just done it better. Everyone has always done it. I mean, do you want to bring that up like right now? Like, we can expand upon that right now. I just saw the private chat. Of course, the AFC South, the AFC South, the NFC South.
No one in the AFC South played them. They don't play them.
I think that defensively, yeah, you need to be prepping. I think that defensively, you need to be given some type of warning sign. You need to be given some type of, because, like, I mean, there is something to speak to catching a defense off guard. But, like, I don't know, just to be able to, like, push. Just to be like, and I think that when we're talking about football is a game that is based off of war strategy, that is based off of battle strategy. But with that being said, like, I do think that we need to acknowledge that it is a game.
Yeah.
The defense should be able to get some type of prep. It should be tush push, and the defense can now audible the way that they need to. I don't think it should just be.
You know what's going to happen.
I think that you. Fuck. You're right, because I consider situational football. Because now you're fucking me because you're getting in my head. Because now you're triggering the coach Robbie, not the player
the
Robbie.
Only reason
you're triggering the coach Robbie. So the coach Robbie would be like.
The only reason that in that game against you guys, the only reason that the ref had to get on the mic and say they're going to start calling a penalty against you guys is because Frankie Louvu knew it was coming every single time. If that was the case, if I was the Eagles, every single time he jumped.
Frankie's fault? Is it Frankie's fault?
No, it's not his fault. He knew it was coming. If the Eagles, hear me out. If the Eagles were afraid that Frankie, they were so confident in it, right? If they were afraid that Frankie was actually going to jump it and succeed in it, you know what they would have done on that third one? Hut, and pitched it out to Saquon. But they didn't. They were so confident that they just kept going.
So is there a side to this that Philly is trying to defend? That Philly is trying to be like, save our asses? Is this more of a Philly thing?
No. I think this is the whole play is because, remember, last year, how many people were afraid that this was not going to work anymore because Jason Kelce was gone? Okay. It still worked. Maybe they got stopped a couple more times than normal.
They did.
But the real reason this works at the rate that it does, Baltimore does it and puts freaking Mark Andrews at the freaking quarterback when they do it. The reason this works,
but Philly does it. Philly doesn't have a quarterback that can bench press 600.
No, that was my point. The reason that it works for Philly is they have a guy who can squat 600 pounds, and his legs alone can keep the push. If you said no tush push, right, and the only rule that you took away was them pushing of the thing, he might be able to do exactly what he does just with a normal quarterback sneak. Because he is that strong of a guy, he might be able to just push the line, and still succeed without the push from Goddard and Barkley. Because the normal sneak would not be banned. It would only be the pushing from behind. It wouldn't if the offensive line did their wedge and he just went behind them, he would still succeed. Maybe a little bit less, but he would still be a successful sneaker as a quarterback.
If the tush push ever does get banned, which I think that we could be reaching a point where it can be.
If it does, it's in 27.
If the league improved, a lot of the stance that a lot of teams were talking about was player safety. If enough evidence is compiled that this play affects player safety, like we saw with the kickoff return.
Yep.
That's how kickoff. Are we looking at that similar of a situation? Or is this play safe enough to where it doesn't matter?
No, I think if it does get banned, like if it's banned by a safety issue, it won't be till at least 27. It won't be next year. If it's banned next year, it's going to be from the vote. If it's banned because of a safety vote, it'll be 27 in the sense of more time to get it, more time for stats, more time for all that jazz. Look, we've been talking about getting the kickoff thing for years, 3-4 years before it happened.
One more thing before we move on.
Yeah.
Are Philadelphia Eagles more fantasy friendly now, given that they just won this ruling, more than what they were before?
No, same. Because I didn't think it was going to get voted. I didn't think it was going to be eliminated.
Single QB, where are you taking Jalen?
Single Q. Okay, I have him. I'm just going to say my quarterback ranking. I have him right now. I have him at quarterback 4.
The Ryan Clark RG3 thing.
No, I don't want to talk about that shit.
I really don't. I want them. Y'all figured that out. I am not going to say who. I'm not going to say Bo.
Shut your mouth.
I know both of you.
Yeah.
in passing, like one of you I've met in person. One of you I've gotten to like shake hands with. That is the emotional situation amongst Mike. I'm sorry.
No, I know where you're going to go. I know.
That's the most situation amongst black men. And I want you two to both work it out. I am low on the totem pole to where I have nothing to speak on. I know one of you directly. And I know one of you from business. Because I haven't gotten the opportunity and the pleasure to get to work with the other one. Just please work it out, fellas. Because you both are important. Not just to me and what it means in our community to be a black sports podcaster, but like you guys also pave the way for like my co-host Mike, to be able to have a voice and be able to like talk on things. Like you guys at the end of the day are part of media, and I just want to settle. One's not right, one's not wrong. There's a perspective where there is some right and there is some wrong.
Can I ask you a question that I honestly don't know the answer to?
Hmm.
Was there any beef when RG3 was at ESPN before? Like before this?
Are you asking what I know?
I'm asking you what the public knows. Was there already a beef before this beef? In the past?
If you're phrasing it like that, no, there was never anything.
That's what I meant. For now. You're good. No.
I could have just did some viral YouTube shit just then to the person that I do know personally. I fucking love you, and that's how much I just. Okay. You owe me a favor. Hey. You owe me a fucking favor. You fucking owe me a favor. That hurt. The fact that I couldn't just keep real my chat. I'm going to do halftime. I want to do halftime early now.
We've only done one topic. Remember, we started late.
Well, yeah, we did. Oh, yeah, we did.
Let's do flag.
Let me just respond to you really quick.
Yeah. I'm typing something else, too.
I feel like you already know who it is because...
I thought.
Yeah.
I thought I knew, but I can't remember. Okay, let's do flag.
And then I literally just cannot do that to that man. Like, I just...
No.
Cannot. Like, I literally...
Okay, set up the flag.
Let me just... Please, guys, please work it out. Just please. That's all I ask. Because I love you both. I love the fuck out of you both.
I'll say this. I pay attention to one of them more than the other because of... No. I'm saying I pay attention to one more than the other because I like the one's podcast. I don't... I watched RG3.
I pay attention to both. I pay attention to both equally.
Yeah,
I like literally and they.
You're good.
One party knows this and knows how I literally on that topic cannot say anything fucking else. I'm so low on the tempo, but I am also.
All right.
So like there's like a YouTube media personality
Yeah.
something that I have to like keep in
All
control.
right. I'm taking over. All right. So the NFLPA during the rules and everything announced that NFL players are going to be allowed to play in the Olympics in 2028 for flag football. The rule is one person per team, no matter what country. So if Kyler Murray does play, there's rumors I saw that if Kyler Murray played for South Korea, no other Arizona Cardinal could play for USA. I'm just bringing that up as a thing. So, Robbie, we're going to go back and forth and make two teams for USA. The rules are, because I looked it up, we're going to go one quarterback, one running back, two wide receiver, and a tight end because there is a snapper.
Wait, one quarterback,
one running back, two wide receivers, and a tight end who's probably going to be the snapper because they can also block or go out for a route.
Who is the current quarterback for Team USA right now?
What's that guy's name?
Isn't it no or the homie light skin?
Yeah, it's that Doucette or yeah, it's that guy.
So I am taking him.
You're taking him.
I am taking the guy that has already done the thing.
Okay, I'm just gonna go
thing.
For the argument of this.
Let me cook.
No, I thought we were gonna go back and forth.
How many running backs do I get?
You get one. We're talking just starting five.
I'm gonna put Ashton Genty back.
Okay, can I get my quarterback and running back? We'll just go back and forth.
You get quarterback and running back. Yep.
My quarterback is Lamar. My running back is Jahmyr Gibbs. I would go Barkley if it wasn't in 28.
Hang on. I'm thinking as someone that's played flag. Like, I'm like removing my tackle specialties. Like, I'm just thinking flag, and I'm like, oh, that's nasty. Oh, that's nasty.
All right,
I'm still sticking with my.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Can I give my reasoning I didn't pick Saquon? Because he'd be 3 years older.
Gibbs will be broken in flag. Did he change his fucking Abby to me?
Yes, he did.
Did Aiden? What the fuck, Aiden? Wait, what the fuck, Aiden? Oh.
You're what? Give one wide receiver, and then do we want to go 1-1 or 2-2? Because you're probably going to take one, and I'm going to take the other.
Because we only get two receivers.
You get two receivers. So who's your one? Give your one, and I'll give my one.
I have Doucette at QB, right?
You have Doucette and you have Genty, but you can't pick guys from the same team.
I have Doucette and Genty.
You have to have 5 different teams. And you have to have 5 teams.
Cannot be from the same team?
No, all 5 can't be from the same team. There's only one person.
5 receivers?
No. Only one person from each team can even be in the Olympics. So Genty and Bowers.
Give me Terry McLaurin. Give me the F1. I want the contested catch rate. I want all contested catches. I'm trying to think flag.
Let me have my one.
What's your one?
I'm taking Jamar.
So then I get a 2?
You get your 2. Yeah, you can take J. Jeff.
I'm taking Jettis.
Okay. Since I took Jahmyr, I can't take.
Because if I get Jettis and McLaurin,
yeah,
I can have McLaurin exercise the middle. I can have Jettis go deep, but I can also exchange them as well.
Okay.
But Jettis is not going to want to do the middle too much.
So since I took Gibbs, I am not allowed to take ARSB, okay? So I am taking Malik Neighbors.
Okay. So because you can't take Jettis, you're taking Neighbors opposite of Chase. And who's your running back again?
Jameer.
And I have Jinty.
So now you get a tight end. And your tight end cannot be Bowers.
Yeah, because I already took Jinty.
Yep.
But does my tight end have to be active?
No, it doesn't.
He just has to be able to play flag.
I know where you're going with this, and I was thinking the same thing.
Give me Gronk, baby.
Yeah.
So, give me fucking Gronk.
I was thinking Gronk too, but for the sake of this, I am going Bowers.
You're going Bowers? Fine.
Because you're going Gronk. No, because I'm trying not to take guys you took. I would have taken Gronk too, but because you took Gronk, I'm taking Bowers.
Dog, if I didn't take Gronk, I'd have been like, Shockey, have you had enough cocaine yet?
Yeah.
Like, because Shockey would just be like, I'm ready.
You know another one that's a sneaky one that would actually work if let's just say you can say NFL players weren't allowed.
I want to analyze Team Canada. Warwick, Hubbard, Chase Brown, Palmer, Mechie, Claypool, Holland at DB, Brown at DB, St. Juice, dog. All right, St. Juice is your liability at most.
And
but like, when we're talking flag, St. Juice can probably be your biggest playmaker. When we're talking flag.
And they're saying with the rules that Kyler Murray and Marlon Humphreys can both play for South Korea.
I don't want to deal with no, because you literally cannot blitz Kyler in flag. Like at that point, you cannot send the house. No, that's a cheat code. No, fuck that. Suck my dick.
Let me ask you this: would you rather have Lamar or Kyler? If those are your two options.
Who the fuck does Kyler have? Are we just gonna let Kyler do Kyler things?
I'm saying,
like, I know for a fact that no defense in the world.
No, I agree. No, I'm saying for USA. I know for a fact
that everyone has watched Lamar Jackson play football.
No, I'm saying
so
for Team USA.
No one's blitzing Lamar.
For Team USA.
Flag, I know that Kyler's probably going to get that blitz.
I'm just saying for Team USA, if you had to pick between those two NFL quarterbacks, who are you picking for Team USA?
For Team USA, I'm taking Lamar, but like if I have to face South Korea and they have that little fucking.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you pick them for USA, you wouldn't have to have them play for Korea. But if we pick Lamar, then you have to deal with them.
Okay, Tiger is what, half Vietnamese or some shit, right? If Tiger was on the other fucking team,
oh yeah, I'd be scared shitless.
Come on, no. Kyler Murray is black, or he's NFL Tiger Woods, and if we're talking flag, he's for real NFL Tiger Woods.
But that's what I'm saying.
Tackle football. If it was tackle football, I wouldn't care.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you not pick Lamar and pick Kyler just to block that issue? If you're USA flag.
No, Kyler can win it for us. It's just that everyone's gonna underestimate Kyler if he plays for Korea, and Korea could be fucking dangerous.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Okay, most dangerous teams, let's not even draft a team. Most dangerous teams that you think could pose a threat. Like if Chig is playing fucking tight end for Africa, we're fucked.
Well, no.
Like if Chig is doing the receiving work for Africa, I tap at that position. I tap. Like we have to have Kittle, or we have to have Kelsey. Dog, Chig for Nigeria is nasty. Chig for Nigeria is nasty. I have least We're talking about flag. We're not talking about tackle. Do you want to see Chigan fucking flag? Fuck your life. Fuck your life. I guarantee you don't. I guarantee you don't. I promise you don't. Think about what the Australians, think about what the Aussies can put together. The Aussies can put together the nastiest fucking just rugby guys, like the top proper gentlemen, like the UK. The UK, I think the UK is gonna place last. The UK is for sure gonna place last.
Well, I think there's only going to be like 8 teams, I think.
Ireland can do some shit. Exactly. Yeah, Nigeria has Darwin. Nigeria has fucking Darwin, bro. Look, I'm gonna let you compile data. Run the chat real quick. I'll be back.
All right. Kyler to Young Hoku. All right, so in the chat, who's going to be the starting quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts on week 1? Go. I'm going to use this later in the summer. Jason.
Alrighty.
All right. You want to do half or you want to do something quick?
Huh?
You want to do half or quick?
I want to hear your team.
What do you mean, my team?
This filter is not doing good right now. The Sharks. The Sharks are having a rough time. Sorry. It's like this one tank that's like having an issue, and I keep having to fix it. I don't know if you hear it in the background.
No, I don't.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
That's crazy. I want to hear your team.
What team?
Your flag football team.
We already told you it.
Run through it one more time for the clip, so at least can clip it.
So it's Lamar, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jamar Chase, Neighbors, and I'm going Bowers. But one person I want to throw out there as a honorable mention because you can use him as a Swiss Army knife, and he's going to have 3 years in the league by then. He'll be the only Jacksonville Jaguar on the Olympics. If you use Travis Hunter, and you can use him at wideout and at DB.
All right. I'm going to say this about your take.
Because that's 3 years. The other thing we got to think is it's 28.
Hold on. Have you seen his flag highlight?
I have not.
Travis Hunter is easily the best flag football player that you'll ever watch. Like, flag film is different than watching tackle.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. top 10 best basketball players you could ever talk about. Like, period. So with that being said, I'm going to give my team. Give me Jettis. Give me McLaurin. Those are my receivers. I got Jinty in the backfield. I'm going to switch my quarterback. Instead of Duce, because I'm going to do this all NFL. Give me Jaden Daniels.
You can't. You have McLaurin.
Give me Duce. Fuck that. Fuck my rules. Fuck what I just said. Give me Duce as
Or Kyler.
QB.
You could go Kyler.
No. Give me Duce as my quarterback. For tight end, I can get real fucking disgusting right here.
You already said you got Gronk.
I'm going to go Gronk. I'm going to go Gronk.
I would.
Because you're not stopping me. I need to pick a center, right?
No. Gronk is your center.
Yeah, Gronk. Okay, so Gronk. Yeah.
The reason I said tight end is you can pick a guy. It can be a center, but the guy can also go for routes. That's why I think a lot of guys are going to use a tight end that can snap and go out.
This man said Team England, Leon Edwards, Tom Espinal, Lewis Hamilton, Harry Kane, Venom Page,
Cole Palmer.
I can't. Ollie. I can't.
Where's David Beckham?
David Beckham's got a head in field goal.
Well, he's got Harry Kane.
Yeah, he did pick. He did. Oh my God. This has been the first half of Rumboyz After Dark. We'll be back on the second half. We have NBA talk. Unique enough. We have a fantasy football rookie rank 'em. That's going to be interesting. And I don't know what else is going to happen after that. We're going to talk probably best bets of the weekend.
I got something.
You got something? We're going to keep it naughty on the second half of Rumboyz After Dark. Let's get into a music video.
No pressure. Hey, come take a trip with me, little babe. Take a trip with me, I said. Take a trip with me. I said, take a trip with me. I said, take a trip with me, little babe. No pressure. Hey, take a trip with me, little babe. No liquor, we shopping when we land. ATL to MIA, come put your feet up in the sand. I almost gave up 1,000 times, I had to stick to the plan. Hey, fuck that, we finna figure this out. Why these niggas tryna box me out? Hey, rest in peace, the flipper. Yeah, you know I'm on the paper route. My third eye open for them niggas who tryna snake me out. I know these niggas watching, I'm driving home, I'm taking a different route. I'ma run that set so bad, I'ma make these niggas won't kill me now. Hey, they ain't picture me like this. VS on my neck and wrist. Hey, shout out to T Grizzly, you know we do this shit with no effort, bitch. Hey, you know it's no pressure word. I need me a no pressure, bitch. I beat a nigga ass like Rocky and Riri on my bucket list. Hey, I'ma go get that money. I'ma go get a bag. I'ma go get that money, my nigga. I'ma go get a bag. I'm pulling up with my brothers, we back to back, we paper tag. I'm thumbing through them blues, I'm riding around the city, I'm bumping sad, bitch. I'ma go get that money. I'ma go get a bag. I'ma go get that money, my nigga. I'ma go get a bag. I'm pulling up with my brothers, we back to back, we paper tag. I'm thumbing through them blues, I'm riding around the city, I'm bumping sad, bitch. I'ma go get that money. If I don't, it's still gon' come to me. Lowe's in the living room, right now I don't want no company. Still with my day ones, how it started, like it's supposed to be. Trap nigga, pull up serving bowls, bumping Jodeci. I pull up that, Reebok got that. No, this ain't baby, but 4 pockets fat. Buy this no pressure shit, I'm dying, bitch, I'm sliding by this shit. You want the recipe, get you a brick of shit, get rich. I got a rollie on my wrist, I'm chasing pay, can't chase no bitch. Top of the top, I'm up early, I'm working hard, I'm getting rich. A marathon for that paper, I'm bumping sad, I'm bumping nil. I'm pouring double cups of real, little bitch, but you know I'm a crip. No pressure. Ain't no pressure, big business, kill 'em all, leave no witness. Pockets filled with blue, rest in peace, dog, rest in penis. And lil' bae, she fuck with the kid, she say that she gon' try hear me. Pouring juice in double cups, when I get in my feelings, no pressure. Hey, I'ma go get that money, I'ma go get a bag. I'ma go get that money, my nigga, I'ma go get a bag. I'm pulling up with my brothers, we back to back, we paper tag. I'm thumbing through them blues, I'm riding around the city, I'm bumping sad, bitch. I'ma go get that money, I'ma go get a bag. I'ma go get that
This next drink we are doing might not only be my favorite rum cocktail, but it might be just my favorite cocktail in general. That's the Jungle Bird. The Jungle Bird is an amazing drink. Really opened my eyes into the world that is tiki and got into tiki bartending. I'm going to make it today with plantation pineapple for a couple reasons. One, it is beautiful rum. It is perfect for this cocktail. You have nice, dark, rich rum, a little bit of pineapple flavor. But the other reason why I want to bring this rum into your existence is it's super versatile. It goes into a lot of cool cocktails. You can do a bunch of different things. And it's a flavored rum that I can get behind. It's not that syrupy, fake flavored. This is like, you know, pineapple bark almost, the skin of a pineapple. It's really what you look for when you're trying to build a complex cocktail. It also uses Campari, one of my favorite ingredients. This is an digesti for a bitter sort of cocktail from Italy. It's made famous in a Negroni. It's got this orange, bitter sweetness to it. Again, rounds this cocktail out because the fresh juice that we're going to get to, again, can be overly sweet. This bitterness really balances it out and makes the drink wonderful. So how we're going to make this drink is simple syrup. Simple syrup's really easy. It's equal parts boiling water and sugar. Blend it together, let it chill. You got yourself some simple syrup. A lot of cocktails call for it. So make it at home. You can keep it in the fridge. It'll last like 30 days. So take a ½ ounce of simple syrup. Next, ½ ounce of lime juice. That's just half of our lime here. Juice that in. Then 4 ounces pineapple juice. Now, the pineapple juice is kind of key. You don't want to get pineapple juice from a can. You kind of want to get pineapple juice as fresh as you can. I'm not sitting there squeezing pineapples, so don't worry about it. But I did get some organic pineapple juice from the grocery store. The reason why, it has a chemical in it called pectin. And now what pectin is going to do is it makes your drink really frothy. When you shake it, it adds good texture to the drink and some foaminess to it. Makes the drink really creamy, which adds another layer to this sort of drink. You have now a ½ ounce of this Campari. The other cool part about this cocktail is the color. I think it has this great sort of sunset-esque color to it. You'll see what I'm talking about once we're done. And then 2 ounces of our pineapple rum. Now this drink traditionally calls for a rum blend of dark rums. You'll see that a lot in tiki cocktails. It'll be a lot of little bits of this rum, little bits of that rum, because you're trying to build very complex flavors, but this plantation pineapple sort of does it all for us. Then ice our glass down. Shake. Like I said, the key to this drink is shaking it up really well. You want to get all that pectin, get it nice and foamy. You can see right on top, ton of foam, which is good, believe it or not, in this drink. Now, fresh ice. Oh, right in the simple syrup. Slow pour this right over top. I try and pour it slow because, like I said, you want to see that foam. Boom. Garnish however you like, but again, you're at home, keeping it simple. Keep it as it is. This is the Jungle Bird.
Hey, yo. Y'all just saw the homie JB. Big dilly dilly to the homie J Bat. The hottest fucking bartender down in Florida. If you in Florida, if you in that Naples area, you know, you down there in retirement area, hit the homie up. He also said, like, we're gonna try and make some golf content happen out there on the courses in Florida. So I mean, look out for that. may or may not be working on a plane ticket to get that content done. So golf vlogs, definitely. Yo, Mike, have you seen golf vlogs? You're on mute.
Damn it, I pulled the taco. Yes, I have.
Have you seen golf vlogs?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on golf vlogs so far? Like, there's no course play, there's no putt yet.
Work on that swing.
Did you see the last video? That swing, the last video. That shit was... That last one was nasty.
Good job, Aiden. I like it, Aiden.
Robbie Pump faced the golf balls. I'm actually nice. Like, I have a chipping competition coming up. We are gonna live stream that. So I do have a chipping competition coming up. I do have a putting competition coming up. And I'm nasty with my putt. You guys have not seen the putting content yet, but let's put it this way. I've maintained this whole set of golf balls. You usually lose a ball or two. I've been on point. My course play is like that, and I might be the golf YouTuber that golfers are afraid of. Like, I might be that guy. Let me stop fronting. Like, I literally hit like an 86. Like, it's like we'll call it like plus 90. It was like basically like 86. My last outing, but your boy can play. Like, putting competition, play mini golf. I'm nice. So my driver work is just enough to get me through, but my iron work is so nasty. Like, I'm nasty on the iron. I duck. Fuck you. Mike.
Yes.
I'm glad that we just promoted a golf vlog. We do have another video coming out next week. That is going to involve introducing you guys into some of the players in golf vlog. We are going to introduce some state-to-state competitions as well. So be on the lookout for that. Like, if you thought that it was just going to be me swinging the whole time, I'm sorry. I have some shit for you. Keep liking those episodes because you're going to unlock unlockable characters. It's like if you're playing Mortal Kombat. The more participation we get in it, the more you unlock. And if you unlock certain players are going to start doing different challenges and different shit. So get ready. You're about to start unlocking players. With that being said, I do want to keep on going. I do want to talk about running back. I do want to talk about rookie running backs more so.
Sure.
I have been taking certain dynasty investment on later running backs that maybe aren't Hampton, that maybe aren't Genty. Do I have shares of those guys? Sure, cool.
You're saying after the big three.
Well, what do you consider the big three? Hampton, or Genty, Hampton.
Or big four, sorry. Big four. Genty, Hampton, Judkins, and Henderson.
So after those.
Those are the ones we're talking about.
Outside of those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking Scat. I'm talking Booten. I'm talking Caleb Johnson.
And one more.
I'm talking RJ Harvey.
Okay.
I want to know thoughts around these guys, because these guys, something's telling me that they are the fantasy football home run hits. Something's telling me that these are the fantasy football gems, and I don't think that enough respect is being put on their names. Let's rank them. Scat, Harvey, Johnson. What's our other one?
Rochelle Tootin.
Tootin. What are we thinking and why?
All right. Mike. I'm good. Okay, so I'm going Caleb Johnson, number 1.
We have you guys on that. Don't worry, Aiden.
I'm going Caleb number 1, RJ number 2. Here's my problem. I absolutely love one of the 2 guys that I have not mentioned yet. But the draft capital of RJ Harvey is too much to ignore.
Let's talk about landing spots. So Harvey, Broncos.
Caleb Johnson, Pittsburgh, and Harvey, Broncos. I'll come up with the other 2 in a second.
Scatterboo, Giants, Tootin,
Jags. Okay. So going into the draft, I had it differently. But after the draft, because of the draft capital that RJ Harvey got, I can't dismiss that. Scatterboo is my 3. Tootin 4. I like Tootin. There's guys.
So we're doing Harvey, Johnson,
Harvey.
Yeah, Caleb. So Caleb Johnson. So we're going Steelers,
Broncos, Giants, Jags.
Okay, continue.
Before the draft, I had Scatterboo. I had Harvey below. I had Harvey below all of them. Harvey, out of those 4,
we're not going that deep yet. We are going to.
Yeah, we're just going mid. There's other ones that I love too. I mean, I could go.
This is a gym. We're not talking about him on this episode. Let's save that.
I mean, there's other running backs that went a little bit earlier than we thought. That
we're grouping these because of landing spot.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
So the one I want to talk about is my number 3 on this list because I love myself. Give me a little bit of boo. He's my little boo thing. Scat a boo. I love this pick. I love it for the Giants. It's going to be a 1-2 punch with Tracy. We can't forget that Tracy played what position his first 2 years in college? Wide receiver. We've seen other guys do it and move to running back. A la your guy, Antonio Gibson, did it. We've seen Pollard do it and so forth. But the reason I think this is a good fit is Scatterboo isn't that kind of guy. So you're going to be able to be a 1-2 punch, and you can put Tracy. I'm not saying you're going to put Tracy Head wide out next to neighbors, but you could use them in the passing game more, motion them out, and have both of them on the field.
While you talk.
You could have him both. You can have them both on the out. You can have them both in the backfield, motion Tracy out for a wheel route, and frickin' screen the other way, or use Scatterboo as
the other side, and you could slide protection
and you could use Scatterboo as the protection.
You could go strong side, and you can now make Scatterboo, you go strong side, and now you're making, weak side. You go weak side. I'm sorry, because Scatterboo was a better runner on that side.
Yep.
You can go weak side. You can pull Tracy from strong. You can line Tracy up at receiver, pull Tracy, boom, and now we hand out a Scat. Scat's going to take gap. Scat's going to shoot gap because Scat loves contact. Scat's not afraid of contact. So we can now bring Tracy up as a blocker and have him clear block while Tracy shoots gap and executes and goes upfield.
Well, let me ask you this. Who's the Giants' number 2 wide receiver?
I don't want to do that.
No. I need that. I need you to answer that question for my argument.
No.
Currently on the team.
Do you want me to give a professional answer or how I feel?
Yours.
Nobody.
That's why I think this works. That's the answer I wanted.
Here's the thing is that I don't have Mike did something accidentally with this tape that I didn't want to get into, and I didn't want to get into a full exercise. So I don't have a whiteboard right now.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Do you mind if I do this?
Go.
I'm sorry.
Go.
But you set this up. If I had a whiteboard and if I could show you guys, because of what Mike is talking about, I can have Tracy drop down from slot. I can have Tracy boom drop. I could create this now mirage is what I like to call it, and I'm sure Sean McDermott would refer to it in the same way. As where you think that this is now going to be jet sweep, and this is not jet sweep.
Brian Dable.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Different, same coaching tree.
We will be talking about him later.
Yeah, Ryan Dable, but this is something that the Dable is able to do, to where it's acceptable to pull receiver from slot, switch slide protection over to the right. And now I set up scat to where I can now go weak side blast to scat, and scat's going to execute this because I can now slide Tracy up to take whatever is going to happen here because this side is now going to get weakened. The Giants know they are predicated on a weak offensive line. They know this. So sliding protection and doing things like this with the personnel that they have is gravely in their favor. So it does maybe when we talk about Caleb Johnson, RJ Harvey, Scatterboo, we are talking about and even Tootin, which I'm going to touch on Tootin in a minute. We are talking about a scenario where Scatterboo could be landing in this too in rankings because of how he can be used just off of one simple play. One play changes the whole trajectory of what Scatterboo can realistically be in the rankings of these four. I'm sorry I went on my rant.
No, you're good.
I'm done.
No, I want you to continue your rant with Tootin.
Just keeping it on the Giants. Because I'm going to talk about Hard Knocks later. Just keep it on the Giants. They can swap that same play, and they can do it the other way.
Mm-hmm.
It's you have two backs that actually you have two guys that in terms of draft rating were just guys, just a guy that can actually materialize into being something solidified in fantasy fucking football. Do I think that you're wrong for drafting Tracy? No. Do I think you're wrong for drafting Scat? No. Do I think that you should be looking at Scat above Tracy? Yes. Do I think that we're looking at a conversation where it's Johnson or Scat with this grouping? Because I think this grouping falls within the same 4 rounds of each other.
And that's why I have Harvey and Johnson ahead of Scat purely because of, yeah.
Do you think that we're talking 8 to 12 with this grouping? Or are we talking with this grouping 12 to 14?
I saw Johnson going 7 today in his mock.
In redraft mock?
A redraft mock on a pod that I trust and everybody trusts.
So, do you mind if can I drive? Yeah. Can I drive the boat?
Drive.
I've heard you talk about Harvey. I'm going to get you to circle back to Harvey. I do think personally Johnson and Harvey are in a closer conversation that people want to admit. Can I get your Caleb Johnson take? And then can I get that to segue into a Harvey take as to why it is justified?
I was higher on, so I had Johnson pre-draft as my RB5 pre-draft. I had Harvey closer to No, I had Johnson.
Is that rookie ranks?
Yeah, just rookie. When I was doing my rookie stuff, I had Johnson at RB 5 or 6 with Scatterboo. I had Harvey lower. So Johnson, even though he is with Warren, I still think that Johnson provides a little bit different. Johnson provides closer to Najee to that offense than to Warren, which I think carves out a role for him. And with the uncertainty at quarterback and the weaknesses now with them trading away George Pickens and only having DK Metcalf and Pat Freiermuth as legitimate wide receiving threats, because in all reality, Robert Woods is your WR2. That scares the living bejesus out of me. The more important question is, right now, the number one right now, I think things could change, but right now, the starting quarterback is Mason Rudolph. Okay? So you're going to have to run the ball.
Are you projecting Caleb to maybe – everyone is going on Harvey, and I think that that's because of what they were disappointed in Williams. I think that all –
No, for me personally. No, keep going. No, for me personally, but keep going.
You were never Javonte Williams guys. I could pull up tape. You shitted on Javonte. So
no, I liked him. Out of the draft, I liked him. Out of the draft.
Did you like him as much as you like? I've seen your mocks. I've seen your drafts. I've drafted. Yeah.
No, coming
on
on
air. Can you say that he was
coming out of school?
Guy? Was he a Mike guy?
Coming out of school, yes. As a rookie,
out of school, you didn't even draft him high. I think out of school you.
Yeah, I did. I still have him on a team.
Really?
Oh. Yeah, I still have him.
But you have him on one team.
One dynasty. I've traded him away in two.
All right, so we're talking the same game. We're both playing chess.
Okay, can I give you my? Okay, you sparked the fuse. You sparked the fuse. Here's the reason. Here's why. The reason I like RJ Hart, or the reason I think you're wrong in the RJ Harvey to Javonte comparisons is Javonte was not a Sean Payton draft guy.
No.
So
Harvey can do things that Javonte couldn't.
No, but what I'm saying is Sean didn't draft Javonte either. So
Sean doesn't like to play on the perimeter. Sean got that luxury because of Kamara early.
Well, and I think he's a poor man.
And Sean didn't even capitalize on it because Sean was like, "What the fuck is this?"
But he is more of a he's more play stylistically. He's more of a Kamara than he is Audric Esteban.
Sean likes Ricky Williams. Sean wants to do that.
Yeah,
I think that Sean wants to hit you in the fucking mouth, and I don't think that how we talk about Javonte. I don't think that Javonte afforded that ability. And that's why R.J. Harvey got brought in, is to bring that ability. And flip it on to the other side with Pittsburgh. I don't think that Najee brought that smash mouth. I'm going to knock your fucking teeth out as well. So I think that's why Pittsburgh brought in Caleb. I think that Pittsburgh, knowing that they're going to sacrifice on QB heading into next year, because Rodgers is so fucking not playing, that I do think that, and they didn't go on Shador, which they should have had, and I think they're going to regret that. Because I do think that Shador is going to be I think it's within the wheelhouse at this given moment that Shador could be the fucking starter there, and Cleveland could have lapped Pittsburgh, and I think that Pittsburgh could probably finish last in the division at this point. I think Caleb Johnson is a guy in fantasy that I want because they're going to feed him the most. Because they have nothing else they can't. Pittsburgh can't go to the air. Pittsburgh can't play in the trenches. Like the offensive line, like we can't even run trick plays to the offensive line to get. You don't have a Penei Sewell. Like Pittsburgh's fucked 6 different ways till Sunday, and it's not even Pittsburgh might be the worst team in the league next year. So Caleb Johnson in fantasy is probably, to me, when we talk about Harvey and the rest of the scat, I think I want Caleb more than anyone else.
Yeah, that's why I have him at 1, yeah.
They're going to run. They're going to burn them into the ground. They're going to run them into the ground. Because they have no other option.
That's my point. Even with Warren there, he's still going to get 200 carries.
JT's in a situation where he has options around him. Hampton's in a situation where his quarterback is good enough to where he can distribute the ball. Caleb Johnson is in a situation where he's fucked this differently Sunday, and he's it. He's the guy. He's it. He's Saquon. He's now Saquon. What the Giants has a Saquon, what the Cowboys has a Zeke, Caleb Johnson is getting them.
All right.
Hey,
I know we're not.
We don't have anything else. You're it. Well, okay, Zeke had that. I'm sorry. I take that back. At least that you fear his ball distribution abilities. You fear nothing. Nothing. Like, I fear with Bo Nix. I have RJ Harvey second out of these guys. I have Scatterboo third. Because I think that Jackson Dart is going to be so compelled to be like, I can throw the ball, that they're going to pressure Neighbors to do more. I don't even know if Neighbors is going to be able to last the whole season as how much he's going to be targeted. And that leaves me with Tootin. And I think that Tootin, not this year, but next year, I think that Tootin is a dynasty play, but I think that Tootin is the guy that does take over fucking ETN. Or at least splits with ETN and makes it to where ETN is not valuable.
Do you think that could happen week 10 of this year?
I think that we could be talking about Tootin be the third out of this grouping. I think we could be talking about Johnson, Harvey. Tootin could probably scoot out Scat depending on what the fuck happens in New York with that shit.
Well, what I'm saying is, do you think Tootin could be the starting running back?
I think that Tootin can absolutely take fucking starter.
Okay, let me ask you this. I understand we've talked about ETN off and on.
Estimates for sure going to be a thing, and no one's counting that in. No one's factoring that in.
So we've talked about ETN on and off throughout the offseason, like, with Cohen, is he going to do this? And then they bring in Tootin. The one thing that we haven't brought up, but me and you haven't really talked about, now that you have Tootin, right, with ETN, in your opinion, where does Tank Bigsby fit in this? Because I think there's a chance that ETN's the odd man out and not Bigsby.
I think that we're on that path. I think that ETN is on a Deshaun Watson path without the Diddy case.
I just think
without the weird case, ETN's on that path where it's like, you were hot shit once, you're not it.
CH!
I don't think that CH ever had that.
But I'm saying he had the hype.
CH never had.
He had the hype.
Because he got it because of the team.
Oh hell yeah, absolutely. I didn't like CEH. You know how I felt.
Like, this running back class is so crazy because it's in this weird fucked up predicament where you kind of can't get it wrong. Because all of them are fighting for not just the rookies aren't just fighting for their rookie contracts, but the rookies are in a weird position because of the position they play in, where they're even fighting ahead of their rookie contracts for veteran paydays. Whether it's with their team or someone else. Krusty got brought up. Like, this shit's insane. This shit's not a game. I can't say the old guard, but I can't say the guard that we were used to. I don't think these motherfuckers these new running backs are ready to go. They're ready to go. So I love that we had this conversation.
Can I throw one more name in the hat just to see where you fit them in?
Yeah, before you do, we didn't talk a whole lot about Tootin enough. Tootin's gonna be tooting his own horn. Just watch.
I like Tootin. The only player that I want to bring up that's still in this pack, and we'll bring up packs, further down the line in weeks to come. The only reason he's not that, because so for everyone that knows, no, Devin's not the one. He's in a week or two. Robbie brought up Caleb and Harvey. I brought up to Robbie, Tootin, and Scat. The only one I want to bring up, and the only reason I didn't put him in there instead of Tootin or Scat, was the fact that he wasn't even the running back drafted from his team in the draft. But I do think that Dylan Sampson needs to be brought up, because where do you?
That situation in Cleveland. I think that Cleveland is about to do a clean house.
Oh, they're all gone. I think Jerome Ford's odd man. Like
Watson's gone.
Chubb, Watson, Jerome Ford, Pierre Strong. Pierre Strong's probably not on the roster. Jerome Ford's probably the RB3 at the end of he'll be on the team, but he'll probably be the RB3.
The team is already.
I agree with you, Lee.
Photo ops, and Dylan Gabriel's already thrown interceptions like a Browns quarterback, but Shador's looking like what Kirk Cousins was looking like in that RG3 era, or he's looking like Russell Wilson in that Seattle Seahawks Connor Flynn era. That shit, we can do a whole episode on just that alone. Dylan Sampson is gonna be a thing. That's gonna be a thing. The Cleveland Browns are gonna be a two-back backfield with one QB, and that one QB is eventually gonna be Shador. And if the Browns end up uploading him sooner than later, then yeah, it's Pittsburgh. You're at the bottom of that division. I'm sorry, Pitt.
I just don't trust Cleveland. I just don't trust Cleveland to do it where you think they will.
I trust Cleveland if they do that. If Cleveland goes to a two-back committee, if Cleveland goes to Shador, who was one.
But that's what I'm saying. Who's to say they do?
Yes, last year.
What if they keep Flacco?
Is he there as an insurance policy, or is he gonna like?
I think they have. I think
that Cleveland, from what I'm seeing right now, I think that Cleveland's starting to wake up and be like, "Oh, we got lucky." I think that from what I'm seeing out of training camp, I think Cleveland's starting to be like, maybe Flacco starts 2 weeks, but if he does those 2, I think Cleveland we could see Cleveland, if Cleveland wants to be smart, we could see Cleveland be like, Shador, get the fuck. We're not gonna do it. Just go. We got you on cheap, just go. I could see if they were being like the smart guy. But I love that you brought up Dylan Sampson. Yeah, they got rid of Chubb, brought in bodies. They have a fucked up situation. Do you want to?
Let's talk about basketball, and then we'll go with my topic.
Yeah, let's go basketball.
I don't want to end on basketball. That's it.
Dude. What I thought was going to happen in the Eastern Conference, it's so fucking happening. Okay, I know early on I thought that at this point with
everything that's happened, with everything, no one would have thought Tatum would have gone down and all that.
No, So I thought that Boston would have continued. with Tatum going down, I did think that Indiana had this at this point. I thought that the Pacers were going to pace them. New York, you cannot seem to get out of your own way. Like in any sport known to man, you cannot seem to get out of your way. I don't know what it's going to take for the Knicks. You're now down 2. Hey, now, how now, brown cow? You're now down 2. Tyrese Halliburton is unlocking all light skin abilities right now. Damn, arms got bigger. Oh shit, I like that. Your thoughts? Like your thoughts? Like is Halle? What the Halle? What the Halle? What the Halle Berry?
So I work
with Halle Jane.
I work with 2 guys that are both diehard Knicks fans. And one of them brought something up, and we know that they went up 2-0 tonight. One of the guys at work today, before this game even started, brought up that if Indiana was to win tonight, Team of Destiny thinks it's just in the cards. Halliburton coming off, trying to prove, Halliburton, Halliburton played in 2 Olympic games? Like he was one of the odd man out during the Olympics. He's underestimated. That team's underestimated. They don't really have a superstar number 2. I mean, you got what's his name is playing absolutely out of his freaking mind. Neesmith. You got Miles Turner, who should be a freaking Laker in my opinion. And what do you say in the NFL, Robbie? You have a saying about a certain team down in Texas. What do you say about the Cowboys?
Dallas is going to Dallas.
Knicks are going to Knicks. Am I wrong? They haven't. I mean, this isn't the first time. They've never been able to get over the hump. They can't get over the hump. They wasted all those years with Carmelo.
Hear me out. Is Jalen Brunson victim of the Patrick Ewing curse?
It looks like it. You have Cat. You have Brunson. You have Cat. Those are your stars. You have Josh Hart. You have Mitchell Robinson.
The Knicks are a very superstitious fan base. Do you bring Ewing into the stand?
What?
Because if I'm a Knicks player, if I'm Jalen Brunson, I can't fill in front of Ewing.
No, but what I'm saying, I think he's close, and I'm not saying talent-wise, but it's closer to a Carmelo sitch. Where Carmelo
is it Melo, or can Brunson do this?
No, I'm saying in the sense of when they brought in Melo, right? Patrick was already drafted there, or whatever. When they brought in Melo, oh my gosh, we're gonna blah blah blah. We're gonna
do it. Yeah.
They bring in Brunson, and then as soon as they brought in Cat, it was.
So is it a Melo curse? Is it a Melo curse and not a Ewing curse?
I think he's closer to Melo in that sense than he is Ewing.
So maybe if I'm the Knicks, I put Melo, I put Ewing, I put the guys right there, and it's get it done under pressure.
Melo was already at game 1.
He was. This team is just fucked.
And Reggie Miller was there at game 1 as well.
Hey, that was the sickest shit. Hey, I get that. But the Halle Breton.
Could you imagine if his foot was 2 inches back? Oh,
bro.
You know what that reminded me of? and I'm going to go to another sport, and it benefited me. It reminded me.
That Reggie Miller game, by the way.
No,
I don't remember that.
No, I do. No, but the Halliburton shot that tied it up reminded me of Isaiah Likely in the sense of if he was wearing shoes that were the same color as the line, I don't know if it would have been overturned.
Isaiah Likely is a crazy comparison, but you're right. That's so crazy. Fuck, not the line, not the... I'm a little ballerina.
Because I admit that if Isaiah Likely was wearing white shoes, that would not have been...
Isaiah Likely was so imbalanced, hard as a motherfucker, bro. Like, oh my God. Yeah, Tony Lee was there. She's like,
yeah, but see,
bro, I'm not glazing Holly, but Holly did. I don't like Holly. Like,
it's clutch.
It's so glazable.
I'm not saying that Siakam is good. Don't get me wrong. Siakam is really good. But Holly...
Siakam is French kiss.
See, but Holly did it when it needed to be done.
That Pacers team, and here's the thing with the Pacers are going to play you as aggressive as you're gonna play them. If you let your foot off the gas for fucking 2 seconds with that team.
Okay, I gotta defend myself on this. Siakam's good, but I don't consider, and I know you're Canadian and he played for the Raptors, but I do not consider Siakam a star. He's not a superstar. That's why I said they don't have a number 2.
Siakam is a consistent star. He's not a superstar.
That's all I'm saying. They just don't. I'm just saying they don't have two. They don't have two.
Okay, let's have this conversation. Is that an American thing? Like, I think that is a very much. We have our style of how the game should be played. So when we vote, like, no one is looking at Siakam on their ballot. Like when they vote all stars, like you know what I mean. Like, at least has a point. Like
I think he's a really good.
We play the game in a different way to where we cannot evaluate that talent on the level of probably what it should be evaluated.
He's a very good player. He's just not. All I'm saying is you have the elite, you have superstars, and then he's that next level. That's all I'm saying. Most teams in this era of basketball don't win. Most teams.
Okay. Let's talk Siakam. If the Pacers get a ring, if the Pacers get a ring, do you put respect on man's name?
I'm already. I think there's already
not hot with no jacket on. 2+2.
No, there should be respect on his name already. I'm just saying I still wouldn't consider him. I'm not going to consider him a great superstar.
If he gets another ring, I'm coming on air and I'm saying that, hey, yo, put respect on man's name right now. You know what I mean? Look on. Like, I'm straight up like giving Siakam. I'm gonna glaze.
So you're calling him Scottie Pippen.
Yes. Okay. And I'm gonna glaze Tyrese Halliburton as well too.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm light skinned. What the Halliburton? Holly, go off.
That's the rule.
Like, go off. That's all I can say. We do have one more topic. You said that you wanted to take this one.
Mm-hmm. Partly because it has to do with your team, and I want to set it up. So, Max has announced, HBO Max, whatever it is, I don't know, whatever.
Yes.
Has announced that the regular, we're going to do 2 parts. The regular Hard Knocks team this year is going to be the Buffalo Bills. I was worried who they were going to pick because of other things. Hold on.
Were you really? Wait. Did you say that? Were you really expecting that production company to get marketing wrong? Like,
No.
that's what they do.
No, not marketing wrong because like they picked the Giants in the offseason one and it was marketing gold. What I mean is I was afraid they were going to pick a team that I didn't give a rat's ass about watching in the offseason. Personally.
Fuck you.
They were talking to the Jets.
Okay. Hear me out. So much money got thrown, which, by the way, yes, we are flexing the Callaway. I didn't lose this golf ball. I'm that good now.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going. So much money.
Hard Knocks put out a lot of money. I feel like to get this year right. This show has Rumboyz. This show has been on air so long enough to where we have gotten to cover so many changes of the guard to where this time, right now, especially, it is super important to tie the older generation in with the new generation, and not enough completely has happened to where the older generation isn't completely out. I'm talking when I say older generation, I'm talking like the guys like older than like Mike and I that like are still living. To where like they can still feel connected. And the best way that you do that is with the Buffalo Bills.
So can I ask you a question? After your rant,
just on this before I get into the rest?
No, we're not talking about the other one yet. We're not yet. I'll set you up for that. My question for the Buffalo Bills is, if you had to pick one thing that you're most intrigued about seeing about the Buffalo Bills, what is it?
I've watched Hard Knocks. I've watched Hard Knocks long enough to where my questions aren't going to be answered. They may be answered at a very surface level, or
because I have something that I think is going to be very intriguing.
For my level of thinking, I think on GM type shit.
Mm-hmm. I think me and you might be on the same wavelength.
I don't think that I get my questions answered as to how you overcome the hump.
No. But I'm just saying, what are you intrigued about? What scene happened? On what you? We already know.
I don't know. I think that the only thing that I'm intrigued in is motherfucker figured this out.
All right. So can I give you something that I think? You know how you even earlier in the show were like, "Oh shit, Mike made me think about something." I think I have something that'll make you think. There's a certain player on that team that has not got a contract yet. And I think it's going to end up being a big thing on the show. And that's James Cook. I think the non-contract.
Hi, Luke. What up?
I think the non-contract of James Cook is going to end up.
Hey, I'll be at SFB Live this year.
Yeah. I think the non-contract of James Cook is going to end up being a thing on the show. And could be a good thing or a bad thing for the publicity of it for the contract talk after the season.
So you bring up a valid point. I think that given the landscape of what the running back market has already been, Buffalo knowing Buffalo and Buffalo also bring in the new partnership they brought in, Vince Carter, etc., and the like. Let's face it, they're not going to let James Cook go.
No, but I just think, what are they going to do?
So to your point, I do think that this is an opportunity to be like, oh, we're such a good organization. Look at us highlighting the running back market that was in chaos last year, this year, in public for all of you to see.
And then the other personality that I'm interested in seeing, because I don't know what he is on the field. We haven't seen him yet on the field in the sense of we haven't figured out what kind of a player he is yet. I like him, but personality-wise, for the show, Keon Coleman.
Keon Coleman, I think that Keon Coleman is going to be a focal point. I think that Josh Allen.
Oh yeah. Josh is an obvious.
Here's what Josh Allen, after having Haley Steinfeld having one of those star-studded roles this year in centers, like that's going to be a big focus as well. So I think the NFL is looking like whether you're successful or not, we're going to build up the capital of that too. So I think that the NFL did well. I'm happy about the Bills getting this. Just please show me the behind the scenes of how you think that you're going to figure out how to get over those Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, so there's another edition of the Hard Knocks now that started last year because they started it last year because they couldn't get another.
Bring up your volume.
Yeah.
Just project more. Just go straight.
No. Okay, I got you. So last year they did a division because they couldn't get the offseason. 2 years ago, the Giants did the offseason. They tried to get another team. The Giants ruined that for everyone because it was such a shit show. So last year they did an in-season one. They've done teams before. Last year they did a whole division. It was the AFC North. This year, it is the good old NFC East. It is the Commanders, the Giants, the Cowgirls, and the Eagles. I think this is going to be one of the more intriguing divisions. So I get it. I understand it. As a fan, first, let's go there first. As a fan, do you like this for your team or do you not?
So personal preference that Hard Knocks and HBO making this decision is a classic, and I hate to use boxing. This is a classic. You know the saying, heavyweights are for the fans?
Yep, this is
heavyweights are for the fans.
The only other way this would have been as good is our division. It would have had to be one of the two.
No, yeah. With this, you're able to develop a lot of narratives. You're talking about a division where everyone does have a trophy, where that is a rarity. That is not a seen thing. So you're dealing with that. You're dealing with very deep rooted rivalries. I'm sorry. How deep our rivalries go are not as deep as some of the rest of the teams in the NFL. Raiders and Chiefs hate each other. Broncos and Chiefs and Broncos and Raiders hate each other.
Chargers and Raiders. That's it.
You see what I'm... This is one where it's like, no, definitively, these fucking teams want to get at it, and they want... So there's already that from... If you're an old school football guy, you have that, and that is a big fucking piece. You tie that into, oh shit, the division just got relevant.
Again.
Which every other division from a business standpoint, fuck wins and everything else. From a business standpoint, other divisions did not want the NFC East. You don't want the Cowboys on prime time. You don't want the Commanders to be good, Washington to be good, because you now bring back that whole old school fan base. You don't want Philly because Philly is the rowdiest, most chaotic fan base ever. The Giants, that's New York media. You don't want this division to be prevalent. So now this division it can't be denied as a whole, poetically. I want to touch on the Giants for a minute.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Carter, Scatterboo,
Neighbors.
Dart.
Neighbors.
That's nasty within itself. The Eagles, Super Bowl champions. Jalen Hurts, the tush push ruling. Oh my gosh. Dallas, America's team. Bringing Pickens, the sorts, Parsons, yada, 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 yada. But then Washington rising from the fucking cracks of the concrete like a phoenix, like a rose growing through the concrete, reestablishing culture. That's crazy within itself. NFC Championship, 16-1 odds in the Super Bowl right now, heading into this year. Yeah, we deserve it. We deserve it. And if you have a different take, let it be known. You're on mute.
I don't think it's a deserving thing. I think it's a TV thing. And either way, I mean, when it comes to Hard Knocks, like, it's not about deserving. It's about the ratings, and it's about who's going to get, like, yeah, deserving in the sense that all you guys are relevant right now in one way or the other, even Taco's Giants. But I have no problem with this. I'll be honest, and I know one of them is listening right now. There's really only one division to me that would have been a bad call this year. Only one. And that's the AFC South. It's the only division.
AFC South would have been, because I feel like casual fans would have been so lost.
Because even the NFC South would have been okay.
Here's the thing with if they did an NFC South, for you and I, it's okay because we're learning about the inner workings of a bottom-dwelling ape. We're now, from a psychology standpoint, learning a different aspect of it. And that's good, and that's educational when we talk about football. We're talking about ratings.
Yeah, but the reason I think the NFC South could be better than the AFC South is Baker Mayfield on TV, Bijan Robinson, Drake London. People are gonna. I know we haven't talked about him a lot. I mean, we've talked about him, but people are gonna eat up Michael Penix. Like, he's gonna put up
Do-Rag Penix is gonna become a celebrity this year.
That's what I'm saying. So all that in the NFC South, the debacle of what's going on in New Orleans. But you still got Kamara. You still got those guys.
Penix is going to be fantasy worthy. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Oh, I agree. And then you go to Carolina and you got freaking Bryce Young and Tet and all them. I think that South would be better. But yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rumboyz Robbie. Fast Truck Mike FF. Mike, any final words?
Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the rum boys and girls, what do you do? Dilly dilly. Peace out, y'all.
Be on the lookout for update, for more videos. We have a lot more videos and so much more fun coming up for you guys. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. Like this man said, all the rum boys and girls, what to do.